All right, we're back. Jay, you got me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you loud and clear. Beautiful. All right, we're here with Jay Webster, UnityTX frontman, a wild man. Love the new record.
Yes,
Um,
appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on. I there's a lot to talk about, so I just wanted to mention we had spoke a little bit before this. I mean, I know we've met before, and you actually did a record at my studio with Randy, and we talked a little bit about you know implementing Black culture into a world that is primarily like a white person's world of hardcore and metal, and some of the challenges that you've encountered. I was really interested in that, and it's not something I can at all find a perspective on. So I thought that would be awesome to chat about. Like, if you wouldn't mind, like, take the floor. Like, tell me about the band, like, coming up, where getting started, and any of these challenges like you've actually faced.
Yeah, man. So my shit sounds clear, right?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Unity TX, like I started that in the back of my grandma's house. Just me, like a couple friends had some ideas and stuff. And ever since the beginning, I've been writing every instrument, every lyric, all that stuff. Just been, trying to basically get my vision out because growing up in the world that we have, I haven't had the money to be able to afford instruments and stuff. My family didn't believe I could do it. So I had to basically get it, how I live and stuff. Basically, ever since 2014, I've been day in, day out, sitting at home writing music, trying to get better at this, trying to evolve. It's, a musician each and every day. And it's been more so difficult because, obviously the color issue for the most part. A lot of people, they see me doing this stuff and they have this like prejudgment idea that like it's not going to be good just because there's a Black person representing it. And I know they may sound weird, but that's what I got from reviews from the album from like a lot of kids online. They were just like, what is this? What is this? Like, and it sucks, man, because I've been doing this stuff day in and day out. This is my life. This is literally everything that I am embodied into music art. And it just sucks to hear people not even give it a chance, not even say anything. They just immediately think that just because I'm a Black person, I don't have any sort of talent or musical abilities whatsoever. And it's harsh.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. I heard, like, when I heard Mad Boy, I thought it was going to explode. I was like, this is awesome. And I see I see bands with all white dudes doing of similar style that are more successful, and I didn't understand why until I kind of looked into it a little more myself too.
Yeah.
Because um, I do think you have a leg up musically on a lot of them. I think you should be positioned better than you are right now. I think I know you've made like very defined statements with your band, even down to like your artwork, like the artwork for the new record. Like, it's like a hip hop record. Like, it represents Black culture and it's fully in people's faces. Why do you think? Why do you think people are uncomfortable with that? Like, I mean, the same kid who grew up listening to the dudes that are on your t-shirt right now, and then got into hardcore metal. Like, why are so many kids uncomfortable supporting, hip hop culture in hardcore and metal?
Just because it's so unorthodox to them, like they're not used to this type of formula that I come with, they're used to like Linkin Park or, like what other bands, like obviously My Ticket Home killed it and stuff, that was like a big inspiration, but they're so used to like, new metal. They're not actually, trying to listen to like the Black representation in this stuff. Like I rap on every song for the most part. I stopped screaming years ago because I was like, that's not the vision I want to portray behind this. I want people to listen to this and think like, oh dang, maybe like Drake could produce something like this one day, or maybe it could feature something like DMX or something like that, just because it's like so undeniably hip hop. And ever since the beginning, that's kind of been the role for me. Like I've been rapping since the beginning, so it's just it's just frustrating to try to get that across to people and have them understand it before they even judge it, because it's like, like it's crossover to some people, it's metal to some people, it's hardcore to some people, it's hip hop to people. To me it's just experimental, because like I'm just sitting at home, just I got all these different effects, instruments, ideas, all this stuff. I'm going to put it together. If it sounds good, it sounds good. But like that's where being black in this scene has really like helped me evolve, because I'm not limited to like a little corner of this,
Sure.
like I don't
I
have
mean,
to feel. I'm sorry,
I
what was
don't
that?
I don't think I mean, I don't think anyone should be limited when it comes to creating music. And I think a lot of my favorite artists are artists that do take risks, that walk outside of their genre, that represent multiple genres. I mean, you could tell when someone's really passionate about music when you can hear that wide variety of influences come in, and it's like it's the sum of all the parts, I think, that makes original music, and it makes things better. And like you are creating original music, and seeing resistance to it and kids being confused, it definitely bummed me out. And I definitely think that conversation should be open to be like, hey man, you can, like, you might not understand this, but like maybe read some of the lyrics, like learn about it, like talk to the band, like don't feel like you're not welcome to like this. I feel like there's discomfort with people, to support Black culture sometimes, because even themselves would feel alienated from Black artists and from things you
Yeah.
say and stuff. I mean, I can definitely hear rap songs and be like, I I can't relate to I can't relate to this. Some of the stuff that it talks about, or some of the things that it glorifies, like obviously it's entertainment, but it's like, yeah, that doesn't resonate with me, with my life. But you cover a lot of stuff, and I guess a question I had for you was like, when you're putting this together, do you when you obviously someone's going to hesitate at some point, whether it's you or a label or a manager, whoever you work with, to be like, well, should we do it like this or should we do it like that? Like, and this is maybe something you could speak on for, you know, kids who are in bands, or Black kids who want to do heavy music. Like, when you hit those walls or those hesitations, what pushed you through those to be like, no, this is what we're doing? Like what made you stick to your guns, through the formation of this record and everything that went into it?
I mean, basically the fact that, there are a lot of other bands that come out with lyrical content and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it's straight booty. So, like I try to be more evolved on my perspective on things. Like I make this music for self-awareness and growth for a lot of things, but also entertainment. Like if you've heard 60 seconds, talk about people who used to be friends with you that like try to think that like you're better than them and stuff. But it's just like the thing that doesn't stop me is just the fact that it hits, like it doesn't have to be right for the listeners and stuff. The thing is like like if I'm putting a vision into like your mind and stuff, and you can like imagine what you're listening to and stuff, that's all that matters for the most part. But it's art, it's creativity. If we don't have that type of like reality to where we can fantasize about something through music and stuff, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, I agree. And I think authenticity is more important now than it ever was. Like, I mean, people want authentic artists right now. They want people to be confident with who they are, and um to make music that represents themselves, and not sort of twist it in a way that could turn into commercial success, or that is like playing it safe. And I think it's always been the artists that take that risk, that say, this is me, this is exactly what I do. If you don't like it, fuck you. Like
Yeah.
that's what creates special music. And I think what you guys are doing, definitely a step in that direction. That's definitely a part of it. um have you personally been hit with these walls? Like, is there something, I don't know if there's anything, if you want to, I'm not saying to target anyone, but specifically like making this album and stuff, did you actually like really feel that for real from, anybody in the industry or press or anything like that, where it really kind of took you back?
No, I mean for the most part, like to put it into perspective, like I wrote Hail Mary, Ruckus, and Peace of Mind back in like 2016, 2017. I used to look up to you. Actually, I wrote most of those like years ago and stuff. So they were already ready to go. I just had to, revise the lyrics, the rap songs, like we did those in like a week. And, obviously when it comes to rap, that's kind of like my second nature for the most part. So it's like I grew up on that. My uncles were rappers, my brothers were rappers. I had to show the versatility inside the metal artist, because everyone they listen to me, they're like, oh, he's screaming, he's doing all this stuff. But like they hear me on this song, I'm singing on this song, I'm screaming on this song, I'm straight rapping on this song, but I also got bars and stuff. Like the thing is, like, I'm trying to basically just kind of put this out here and give everyone like the idea and the image that like you can be a great artist and everything. You can be a great artist as much as you want, as long as you know what you're about, as much as you like have the confidence and stuff. Because like if this was 6 years ago when I first started, I would have not released that record. You
Really?
know, yeah, it takes a lot, dude. I have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of songs that I've written that I just haven't shown anyone.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I kind of know that feeling, but yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy you sat on it for so long, but I do think it's a testament to, you know, being a true artist and getting stuff right. And yeah, it's interesting for me to see somebody just put stuff into our world that makes people like that turns heads, because it doesn't happen too frequently for me anymore. So I'm always interested when it does, you know. So what's up with what's next for Unity? Like, I know touring's sort of out the books for now,
Yeah.
but where are you at with, what's the plans coming up for them? Is there anything that people could check out or like keep up with you guys and what you're doing?
I mean, right now, basically, I'm just focusing on like writing this next record and stuff, trying to get my mind right as far as like how I want the lyrical content to go, because I had something else written, before all of this even happened, so it's like I was focusing on a whole more like be vigilant by any means necessary type approach on this. Obviously the by any means necessary approach hasn't changed, but it's like not so much about me being, in a state of danger like I was on the last idea that I was writing, but this now is just about putting myself out there more, screaming even more that I'm black to everyone who's a listener, because I feel like that isn't enough representation. Pure Noise put me on, Tandem put me on, and everybody like, like we have been put on to a lot of people, but they're still not trying to actually understand or give this the time of day. So, the next record, maybe there'll be more riffs, I'll write more metallic riffs. Maybe I'll write something else that is a lot more friendly to this scene or whatever, but I'm still spitting bars over it, because that's what I want people to be able to get, like all this instrumental stuff or whatever. Like, yeah, that's cool. That's what every band does. What matters more is the lyricism about what I have to say and how I, convey myself to everyone, because like I'm putting my heart out here for everybody to pick at. And it
Yeah, I
ain't
mean,
easy.
you are the defining factor of this band. I can't argue with that. And I think I mean, that's what makes this special for me too. But yeah, cool. Well, I appreciate it. I think we should announce a giveaway while you're here.
Yeah.
Look at me learning technology. If you donate now at soundrink.live, a $10 donation enters you into a raffle with tons of prizes. One being a Mad Boy test press. In 10 years, when Unity is one of the biggest bands in the world, this thing's probably going to be worth a lot of money. So
It's
I think
up to y'all.
on that. Well, dude, Jay, I really appreciate you coming on here. Is there anything else, before I have to let you go, that you want to say? Like, use this platform now just to talk to people who are, maybe hearing you for the first time.
I mean, basically, I just want to, let everyone know that if you are a songwriter or you're having a hard time with music and you feel like, life isn't worth living, whatsoever, that, it definitely is worth living. I've been probably the whole entire image of that. Like, I've sat at home day and night trying to work on this shit. I've cried myself to sleep. I've done so much shit to actually get to this point. And I'm grateful for every opportunity that I've gotten up to here. Like, I will not stop going hard for this, but like, just find the confidence within yourself. That's what you have to do. If you can continue pushing yourself to get better as a musician, as an artist, continue doing it, because no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah, good words, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on here. Jay Webster from Unity, Texas. Thank you, man. We'll catch up
Thank
soon.
you, Will. Yes, sir.
All right. $10. Soundrink.live, one of our giveaways, donated by the man himself, a UnityTX test press. Go make some donations now. I'm going to take 2 minutes and go grab my next guest, which is Alan Day and Dan O'Connor from 4 Year Strong. So I will be back with you shortly.